In a few days, on Tuesday, we get the brand new Apex event, but there's something you need to know before it happens. Otherwise, you'll miss seemingly a once-in-a-lifetime thing for Apex, I guess. And also, it's on the same day as the GTA 6 trailer. What a big day. And Tuesday is going to be the finale of a story that's been taking place for probably 6 months now. So, how did we get here? What's going to happen? And where do you need to be? Well, as shown in the patch notes, there is going to be a finale for the whole Kill Code story on the 5th of December. And it will be the so-called final battle of years worth of world building by Apex, because we saw Eduardo Silva actually died in the most recent Kill Code story, and he has been in the game since season 12. He has plenty of lore, and very confusing lore at that, because if you weren't aware, Eduardo is actually nearly 100 years old, but uses stim he invented in the tip of his walking stick to stay looking young. So you may be wondering, if he's nearly 100, did he have Octane when he was like 70? No, because he's actually Octane's grandfather, which was revealed in another story a few seasons ago, and not many people know this. So basically, Eduardo was a big evil guy who is Octane's grandfather, who was posing as his father, who took control of the games and introduced many things like the team deathmatch mode in lore, but eventually got greedy, started building new bodies for Revenant, which gave us Revenant Reborn, which is basically the lore explanation for the rework, got even more greedy, took Revenant's head to basically be the controller of a Revenant army, but obviously Revenant didn't like this very much, as you probably can see where this is going, and then Revenant killed him, and now Revenant has control over this army, which is going to be a huge part of the upcoming collection event. There's actually going to be an LTM which seems very interesting, and it's been very long fan requested because it seems to be a 30 versus 30 variant of Shadowfall. A lot of people missed the fact that it was 30v30, including me, but obviously it's going to be very unbalanced because one team can only melee and one team can obviously hide in buildings and use every defensive legend to create an impenetrable wall, which is why we are going to get like an Omega Revenant. There's going to be one Revenant on the Revenant clone team who is like the Alpha Revenant, who has red armor and has a lot of buffs, and he will be the only Revenant on the Revenant team that can have weapons, and you can tell he's the Alpha Revenant because he has red eyes. Very interesting thing though, the Revenant team can wall run like zombies in the Shadow Royale mode, so can we finally get weapon wall running in Apex if you play as the Alpha Revenant? It's going to be pretty interesting to see. There's an unusual thing about this collection event though. I think it's going to be the longest event in Apex history because instead of being for 2 weeks, the dates on this show that the event goes until January the 1st, which is a month instead of the typical 2 weeks. I guess Respawn are doing this because obviously Christmas is going to roll around. People are going to have a lot more spare time and a lot more spare money, so it's going to be a more intelligent decision to make the collection event longer so people get more time and more money on the game. It's quite obvious when you think about it, but this causes a weird thing. Now the LTM has a schedule, so it can randomly turn off for a few days, and you won't be able to play it. I don't know the reasoning behind this yet, but I have a theory that I'll tell you in a minute. First of all, the event goes on from December the 5th to 11th, and then the event goes down for 1 hour and then comes back until the 18th, where it goes down for 4 days, comes back on the 22nd, and then leaves on the 25th, which is unusual, and then comes back on the 29th, and then goes on to January the 1st. Now, there is a theory that this is to stop burnout, so people don't get bored of this 1 month long LTM, but I think it could be because Respawn wants to bring Winter Express back, so maybe in these gaps they should put a bit of Winter Express in. That would be fun, but honestly, I'm not entirely sure on that. I'm mainly saying this because I could really do a fighting on that train. It's been a long year, guys. But that's going to be a very interesting LTM, but it's also going to bring things to pubs if you don't like playing LTMs, which is decent. Although I feel like these pub editions are going to be really fun, but there's going to be a vocal minority that really hate them, because we are getting weekly perks in pubs, which means for the 4 weeks the event is on, every single week Respawn are going to introduce new abilities which are temporary and binded to every single legend. And it's going to go as, for the first week, if you earn some XP in the event, you will get Grenade Vision, which I assume lets you see grenades through walls, and then if you earn a bit more XP in the first week, you'll get a Grenade Sling, which I assume lets you stack grenades into 2, much like the Fuse passive does. And then after that week ends, those perks are removed from your account and you go on to week 2, which will allow you to earn Medic Vision, which I assume you can see heals through walls of this, and Medic Inventory, which I assume allows you to hold more heals, which will be pretty useful. And then after that week ends, those perks get removed from your account and you move on to the week 3 perks, which if you earn enough XP, you get Speed on Knock, which is self-explanatory, and then Ability Charge on Squad Wipe, which I assume is also pretty self-explanatory. mandatory. And then after week 3 ends, those perks get removed from your account, and then you can earn reduced tactical recharge and reduced ultimate recharge. And when week 4 ends, the event ends, and you don't get to keep any of these perks. They end after every week. Respawn seem to be just testing like class-based buffs, in my opinion. These seem very buffy, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. For example, if speed on knock goes really well, Respawn would add this to, for example, every single assault legend as a class passive. I think mainly here, Respawn are testing how people will react to changing up the passives a bit more on legends. Although that's just my opinion, but it wouldn't be the first time they've done this. But don't worry, by the end of the event, people aren't going to have 8 perks on their account. They can only have a maximum of 2, because after every week, the perks wipe if you didn't get that already. Also, you may have noticed this is the free reward tracker for the event, and if you go to the bottom of the event, you get this free Octane skin, which is very cool. I've already done a video on this, and basically it uses a green screen effect that is only seen on one other skin. So this is going to be an extremely unique and free skin, so pick this one up or I'll be mad at you. But onto the thing you can't miss, because Respawn have been really weird on the details for this, but you may have noticed at the end of the Uprising event trailer, you saw this for a frame which said kill code Uprising. Play the kill code finale cinematic live for 1 hour at 10 AM Pacific time. Which is extremely odd. Why is there something you can only play for 1 hour? Is this meant to be like a Fortnite event? There have been obviously data mines and stuff that there is going to be some sort of gameplay story event, but why would it only be active for 1 hour? What are Respawn cooking with this? I'm not sure if in the coming days marketing is going to ramp up and they are going to kind of like sell it as a Fortnite event or something that's only available for a limited time, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be a selection of gameplay that then kind of segues into a cinematic which will be published on YouTube. For the cinematic thing, we'll most likely see them put up a premiere tomorrow if that is true, but honestly, I'm just theorizing here because we've got so little details about it. There were a few more details on the patch notes saying take part in a cinematic experience that introduces you to the final battle of Kill Code, the one you're about to take part in, and it will be available for the first hour of Uprising's launch on December the 5th, 2023 from 10 AM to 11 AM. Which is just more confusing. Like, if Respawn put a lot of effort into some sort of gameplay segment, why is it only available for an hour? But hey, we'll see what Respawn are cooking, because obviously this season they have been testing a lot more stuff that is really out of character for them, like perks that you can literally earn by playing the game. So we'll let them cook, because at the end of the day, experimentation is the only way the game's going to evolve and get more players. And another thing, if you really want the low prestige skin, it is going to be available for the whole 4 weeks. We can tell this because the store is active until January, so I wonder if the fact that this low prestige skin is going to be available for weeks is going to affect the amount of people that have it, and maybe this is going to be the most owned prestige skin in the game. But at the end of the day, once again, Respawn are doing this so more people spend their Christmas money on the lower prestige skin. And if you do buy this skin, if you have it equipped, you will have a 1.5 times damage boost towards the XP to upgrade your skin during the entire Uprising event, which I guess is nice. I've personally thought for a while that 100k damage is a bit much to upgrade a skin you spent $160 on. I think Respawn should drop it to like 50k or something. But honestly, the main thing to take away from this event is it's very mysterious and we don't know much that's going to go on during it. So this is one of those times we're going to have to wait and see. But if there is some sort of cinematic that's only on for 1 hour that you'll miss if you don't play the game, don't worry, because I think every YouTuber under the sun is going to upload it. And also, there's going to be no client-side update with this. So if you have really bad internet, don't worry, you won't need to update your game to get this collection event. And subscribe if you like videos like this.